Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be installing a 7.5 inch competition intercooler on this E82 BMW. If you recall, we have Alex from AS Wraps. He picked up an E82 after driving my E88. He was already looking for one of these, but I think he was inspired when he felt a convertible. He's like, if this feels like this, then imagine how good a coupe can feel. This could be a legit drift car.
Yeah, before Musa came here, we already did some, we did APS delete here and show the reason why.
So he isn't messing around. When he said he's going to do a drift car, he's really doing a drift car. You got a proper hydro.
And the hydro is just not gonna be like empty like this. It's gonna be implemented in a center console, so it's still gonna remain most of the parts and gonna look super clean.
But the main reason we're here is for this intercooler here, the VRSF 7.5. They were gracious enough to sponsor the video and provide this hardware.
Nice packaging already.
So I guess Alex is a little excited right now to get this thing on, and he went a little bit hard with his knife, but we have a stencil to put the logo on. This should be good for at least 500 or 600 wheel. Probably closer to 600 wheel. Very nice quality, of course, as expected. It's VRSF.
And it's definitely such a crazy upgrade because like I took my intercooler off and it was just this thick.
Yeah.
But now we have that extra 5 inches of.
Yeah, this is a stepped intercooler. It's meant to go in front of the radiator a little bit and then take up the area that normally is eaten up by your stock intercooler. So we have a master mechanic right here. He's one of the fastest disassemblers you'll ever see. But he pulled the bumper off. This thing doesn't have headlight washers, so that makes things a little bit more straightforward. But not very different than an E90. You have a couple 8 mils there. You have the under tray bolts, and then basically just splash shield bolts. And you don't have to take the bumper off, but it's highly recommended to be able to see where you're gonna cut. And it would almost be impossible, in my opinion, so recommend to just take the bumper off. So the main thing that has to happen is this lower shroud here has to be trimmed pretty much straight down from that point down. Best thing to do is start with removing the factory intercooler. Just look in there, you'll see those two little things that need to be rotated. You just rotate them and then this lower piece will fall away. Yeah, turn.
And just unclip it right there.
Yeah, next best thing to do would be to go after these
little clips.
So this is a bit of a luxury to actually film someone else doing some work and just show you guys what's involved.
So this clip pops off right there.
There's a look at the C-clip on either side. So on the side you have a couple T25s.
Just one right here.
And then one on the other side.
On the other side.
This is no different than an E90. And then you want to slide the pipes off. And then it is sometimes recommended to take the shroud out, but he got it out no problem, as you saw. You just got to treat it like you'll never install it again, and it comes right out.
Just like from here, throw it straight to the trash.
So we're gonna also unbox the hardware.
And I'll be more careful this time.
Yeah, he's not gonna put a slit in his new silicone coupler.
And I'm trying to figure out the 30FF code again.
It'll be obvious because you'll be running high boost, you'll hear it. So you're gonna use this hardware now to hold up the new intercooler. It comes with
that's real nice.
a new pipe to go to your outlets, yeah. That connects to the outlets.
That's here.
T-bolt clamps, couplers.
There you go, and this one goes to charge pipe because it goes to smaller diameter, and this one goes to actual turbo side. Yeah, I think
believe so. I think it's the other way around, but okay.
Other way, yeah, I'm wrong. This is the charge pipe because it needs to be like that, and this one to turbo side.
I'm just going off memory from like 6 years ago, but yeah.
So I think this is the new bolts for to mount intercooler on it.
And a lot of people get concerned when they feel how heavy this thing is, and they wonder how could those two bolts hold it up. I've never had an issue, and I've seen
the thing's gonna hold it too.
Yeah, those are gonna help carry the weight, but those screws are very robust and they hold it no problem. You have good quality T-bolt clamps.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
Everything you need.
It's not the ones that I have on my charge pipe that keeps blowing off.
Oh yeah, no, they're legit. Okay, so now the easiest thing to do would be to just use an angle grinder. There's no point in trying to minimize the cut. It's basically going to be straight. Straight from here.
I think we can even
down.
remove this whole section.
No.
No, you don't.
You have to cut it out. And then over here, you don't have headlight washers, so it doesn't even matter, but you're gonna have to slice these nubs here. So you wanna take that wiring out of the way. Your air temperature sensor right here, you're gonna have to relocate that.
Okay.
If you guys can see, he's gonna
Try to not break it. Okay,
and I can just zip tie anywhere. Doesn't really matter. It's kind of in the path of air, so some people even put it in their brake duct. And you gotta drop the subframe, don't forget.
Yeah, of course. And then we have a line right here.
If you guys recall, I never installed a 7.5 on my car. On my E90, I put a 5.5 because I had active cruise. I didn't have the room to mess around.
All right.
So there you go, you're ready for trimming. One thing to mention is Alex is gonna be doing a whole series on this build because he's trying out BMW. So check out his channel in the description, AS Wraps. He's gonna cover this whole build and show you. He's one of the few people that are trying an N54 as a drift car. Some people would say that's crazy to do, but I've had many years of experience with this platform, and I told him if you stay under 400 wheel, the DME won't be temperamental, and send it. You should be fine. Run a little bit of ethanol and 380 wheels, something like that, and this car's gonna be ready to roll. So yeah, now he's gonna trim the shroud.
So would you say just like
I would go straight 90 down from where it's straight.
Okay, so kind of right there. And
Like
here
right,
we have
I would just
nothing.
do like, basically, you're gonna shave that down almost, so just kind of go to
I'll
the-
go right behind.
Yeah,
it.
right behind it
it's
will
real
work.
nice. On this side, since if we turn it, we cannot really turn it the other way. We want to cut this first. One side, other side, right there.
Now if you look in there, you have the factory outlet going to that ribbed connector. We're gonna remove that. We have to be able to cut that clamp to be able to slide that off and slide the new coupler in place. All right, I'm focused in on that clamp. He's gonna try to cut it from below. So if you guys recognize the background, it looks a little different, but this is the shop that I had. Decided that it made more sense to give it up, and Alex actually took it over. It worked out for him because he needed a space to give up his space. So he does wraps. He's in the San Diego area, specifically in Escondido, but if you're in SoCal, you could definitely reach out to him. This E82 build, he's gonna take it to, what level do you think you wanna take this thing to?
Full race car.
Full race car, eventual roll cage.
Everything,
Okay.
yeah.
So if you wanted to see someone that wasn't afraid of the N54 DME and was gonna actually take it on stock DI, direct injection, and drift it, this is a good series to follow. So check his channel out in the description. All right, so Alex cut the side of that clamp with a Sawzall. Now he's shoving his screwdriver in there to create some space, and he'll be able to pull that coupler right off.
Bingo.
There you go. So there's a look at what he did. Relatively easy, just used electric Sawzall.
It's actually was super easy.
That was one of the harder parts of the job, but doing it that way was very easy. Next up is going to be on the other side, feeding the charge pipe, getting the factory pipe out of there.
And here, since I already have a charge pipe installed, and you just slide it on, and here what you need to do to undo it. That's it.
Yep.
It's pretty much off, just completely right there. And I'm not sure which way it'd be easier. I think going down.
Down. And then usually these clip onto the fan shroud.
And shroud, yep. There you go. Just lift it up.
Yeah, and then it slides right off. Good to go. This pipe's going to be replaced now by the new pieces.
Yeah, so you don't even need it. Just throw it in the trash or somewhere in the stash.
Yep.
Here, yep, this guy. Just wanna feed it right through there. Turn it the proper way, and then just go
Put your
straight
T-bolt on.
right in there. I'm assuming, yes, this is a wider side that goes to intercooler.
That one,
This
there's
is
no way to
narrow.
think about orientation. You just stick it on.
Yeah, stick it on. I think that's about right.
Yeah, that's
So
the
you
easiest way to do it. Just try to get the angle,
Angle proper.
and then you can tweak it before you do a final tightening. But the angle should work. So as you can see, the couplers are set up on the end of the pipes. The fan shroud can be a little bit annoying to work around. You can always pull it out, but it's not too bad since he's got the bumper off.
It wasn't an issue at all.
Yeah, no, it's just when you're sliding things in the lower pegs over there, they have to engage with here.
There you go.
Okay, so he's in the couplers.
And this one went in.
Okay, so he basically widened that right up. Shouldn't be contacting anymore. Okay.
Boom.
All right.
The money.
So now it's on the money.
No protection for welding.
That's it?
That's it. Okay, so you have to make that basically flush because when you put the screws all the way up, it's basically touching.
Even now it's touching slightly. Like it's
Which
like
is
little,
fine, yeah.
like just this much room.
Okay, you might as well just go ahead and trim it all to where it's flush.
Yeah, kind of here, then do the turn here. I was like just kind of follow the line right there.
Yeah, but that basically covers it. There's the VRSF 7.5 comp intercooler installed on an E82. I would say it wasn't a very hard job. What do you think about the quality of the materials?
Perfect.
Yep, and
Definitely
ease of
better-
install.
Definitely better than our GDM stuff.
Yeah, yeah, like Megan Racing and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
Like I've noticed that every part you buy from BMW, it's like even it's cheap, it's such a high quality.
Yeah. Well, these guys push these platforms, right? So, but yeah, it looks really aggressive when you have the front bumper off. But the beauty of this is when you put that bumper back on, it's just gonna look kind of low key, but it's still nice. Okay, I think that'll conclude this video. Installing the VRSF 7.5 comp intercooler on an E82 would be the same for an E88. If you want to see the impressions of this car and this install in terms of how the power feels after, go check his channel.
I have downpipes, MHD, charge pipe, and now this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do the 2+ tune.
Yeah, you're gonna go stage 2 plus and then see how much more power it has.
curious.
Yeah, we'll look out for that in the future. All right, guys, that'll conclude this video. If it's the first video you're catching on mine, please consider subscribing. If you liked it, please give it a like so it'll rank higher. Thanks for watching.